Hello guys, guess what? We're going to learn something powerful as we look at Crustacea together. Oh yes, so your Crustacea, is it a phylum? No, it is under the phylum Arthropoda. And the class, one of the classes under the phylum Arthropoda is your class Crustacea. So the members of your class Crustacea, they are called the crustaceans. Are you getting it now? And this is our lesson 12 we're going to be looking at together. We're going to be looking at the class Crustacea. If you are ready, let's go together very quickly. The first question is, what are crustaceans? Very quickly, just go straight and tell us that crustaceans are a diverse group of primarily aquatic arthropods. Come. As far as Jamb And Waec is concerned, these things are very important. Your crustaceans, are they terrestrial arthropods or they are aquatic arthropods? They are primarily aquatic arthropods. So crustaceans are a diverse group, that means wide group of primarily aquatic arthropods. And what are they characterized by? They are characterized by, number one, hard exoskeleton. So their exoskeleton is hard. Two, they have segmented body. Their body segmented, and they have paired jointed limbs or appendages. So what are crustaceans? They are a diverse group of primarily aquatic arthropods that are characterized by hard exoskeleton, segmented bodies, and paired jointed limbs or appendages. If you are ready, let's rock it together. Now look at this very quickly. Jamb 2002 question 17. They brought this powerful question all the way that says, one to go. Aquatic arthropods are primarily called what? What do you call aquatic arthropods? Are they primarily called crustaceans, or you call them your arachnids, or you call them your diplopods, or you call them your myriapods? What is the correct answer? Which is the correct? Aquatic arthropods are primarily called the what? Your crustaceans. Option A is the correct answer. So aquatic arthropods, what are they called? They are called what? Crustaceans. You always see these questions in exams. If you get that very fast with me, I'd like you not to forget the examples of crustaceans. Hold on a bit. The complete series of classes, right, as far as your syllabus is concerned regarding your Jamb And Waec, everything has been covered in details for you in the LearnLift app. And guess what? The sweet part is that you have access to your CBT, right? You have access to your video lessons, you have access to your notes, you have access to your past questions. Everything from the beginning to the end is directly in the LearnLift app for you. So all you have to do is just mark down to Play Store or App Store and download the LearnLift app, where you follow all your classes from the beginning to the end. A quick one before we move. Let's get back to class. Enjoy. Since they are aquatic, what are their examples? Examples of crustaceans, they include things like, one to go, crayfish is an example. And I've told you before that crayfish is not that it's small, it has refused to grow, or the growth is stunted. That's why they call it crayfish, because it is not big fish. No, it is actually, that is what it is. Are you getting it now? Crayfish is not a fish. Crayfish is under crustaceans, which are arthropods. So it is not under your vertebrates, where you now have your pieces that include your fish. No. So one example of crustacean is your crayfish. Another example is your lobster. You see these guys inside the water. Another example is your water fleas inside water. That's why I see the name water fleas. Then we have others like your crabs. You see things like your shrimps. Then you see things like your what? Your wood lice, as well as your what? Your barnacles. Better learn the examples now. 8 of them very quickly. That Jamb will always revolve around your crayfish, your lobsters, your water fleas, your crabs, your shrimps, your prawns, your wood lice, and your what? Barnacles. All these guys are aquatic arthropods. And these aquatic arthropods are called your what? Your crustaceans. Answer this question for me. Jamb 2001 question 7. Jamb brought this powerful question all the way. And the question says your water fleas, your wood lice, your barnacles. All of them, they belong to what? Your water fleas, your wood lice, your barnacles. Are they under the group Arachnida, or they are under the group Crustacea, or they are under the group Insecta, or they are under Chilopoda? What is the answer? All of them are under what? Crustaceans, because they are aquatic arthropods. What is the answer? Option what? B is the correct answer. You're out of there. Very simple, easy and direct. Here you are seeing it now. Very easy. So we're going to dwell on the representative member of your crustaceans. And what is the representative member of your crustacean? It is called your river prawn. What is it called? River prawn. And that river prawn is called your Palemion species. What is it called? Palemion. Palemion what? Species. Or your what? Your river prawn. And of course, this is your river prawn, which is your what? Your Palemion what species. What is it about river prawn, which is their representative member for all the crustaceans we are going to study? What should we know about it? Yeah, let's go together. What are the external features first? I'll give you two external features about them. Number one external feature is their body. Oh yes, in terms of their body, what do we have? Number one, they are elongated. Aside the fact that they are elongated, they are narrow, they are segmented. They are about 6 to 8 centimeters long. They are covered with what? Hard exoskeleton. And that their hard exoskeleton is made up of chitin and calcium carbonate. And you know the formula for calcium carbonate now, CaCO3, that's your calcium what? Carbonate. Want to go? What do you see in them? They are elongated, they are narrow, they are segmented, they are about 6 to what? 8 centimeters long. They are covered with hard exoskeleton that is made up of chitin and what? Calcium carbonate. That is in your what? Your crustaceans. Answer this question for me. WAEC 2008 question 13. And the question on the way say, what is the primary composition of the exoskeleton in crustaceans? What is the primary composition of the exoskeleton? Option A, or the way say keratin. No, it can never be keratin. Option B says cellulose. It is not cellulose. Option C says chitin and calcium carbonate. Chitin and calcium carbonate. And then option D, all the way says collagen. It is not collagen. What is the answer? Chitin and what? Calcium carbonate. Making option what? C the correct answer. Does it make sense? So the primary composition of the exoskeleton in crustaceans, what are they? Chitin and what? Calcium carbonate. If you get this very quickly with me, guess what? You must know about their divisions. So what is the body division of your crustaceans? Primarily, we can say that, okay, this is your crustacean. The body is divided into two. Number one is called the cephalothorax, the one that is in front. And number two is called the what? Abdomen. So if I have to pick out the cephalothorax, you see, like all of this region like this that I'm picking out, this guy like this, right? If I pick this guy out like this, what will it form for me? Cephalothorax. The one that is now posterior will form the what? Abdomen. In other words, the body of crustaceans, they are divided into two main parts. What and what? Number one is called cephalothorax. Number two is called your what? Abdomen. Cephalothorax and abdomen. Cephalothorax and abdomen. Now, listen carefully and understand this very fast with me. So when it comes to creating an account, right? This is the interface of the app that you can see. You can see create account and you can also see login. Now, what you do is this. As a new user, you don't have an account yet, so you don't need to go and log in. You go and create an account as a new user. Click on that create account button. Once you click on it, the next thing is put your phone number. Place in your phone number. You can see +234. Then put your phone number, whatever your phone number is. If you don't have phone, you can use your mommy's phone number and put it there, right? Or your daddy's phone number. Use it, and then you can proceed and create the account. So let's go. So once you create the account, you are putting your phone number. What happened? Put your name, your correct phone number, please. Put your name. If your name is John, what do you fill in there? John. And then your last name, Frank. Fill in John Frank. And what's your email address? Okay, if your email address is johnfrank3@gmail.com, you fill it there. And then your password, very important. You create your own password, 6 digits. You can use your phone number, the first 6 digits of your phone number, or the last 6 digits of your phone number. Or you can, okay, since your name is John Frank, you can say, okay, my password name is John, right? John 123. And then you go and repeat the same thing, confirm password. What will you type there? Your John what? 123. You can decide to view it to yes or and then see whether you are doing the same thing, whether what you are doing is correct, right? All you have to do is just click the I button there and then you view it. And then come to select education. You are preparing for Jamb or WAEC. In select education, there are 4 plans there. University, that's for people that are in university. Probably 100 level, 200 level, right? Yes, their classes are also there. Secondary, for those in secondary school. Primary, But for Jamb and Waec, Baba, click Waec, Jamb Pursue TME, right? As the select education, select level. You are not preparing for Pursue TME, you are preparing for Jamb and Waec, right? Okay, click on the what? Jamb and what? Waec. And then create your account. 2 seconds. Pass, you don't enter. It will load and then it will open for you. And it will tell you, welcome, John, right? Your classes are now what? Ready. What do? Start learning. NECO 2011 question 7. The question all the way that NECO brought, the body of a river prawn is divided into which 2 main parts? Option A says head and thorax. It is not true. It is not the head and thorax. Option B says cephalon and abdomen. We said it is not cephalon. It is the cephalothorax and abdomen. That means B cannot be the answer. Option C says cephalothorax and abdomen, making sense in our ears. And then option D went ahead to say thorax and abdomen. What is the correct answer? Cephalothorax and abdomen. Option what? C. And you're out of there. Does it make sense? In other words, their body is divided into 2. What and what do we have? Cephalothorax and then the what? Abdomen. Let's dwell on the first, cephalothorax. So if you are looking at the cephalothorax of your crustaceans, what is it about their cephalothorax you should know? First and foremost, I'd like you to note this, that from the name, cephalothorax. You know, normally, if you look at insects, they are made up of your head, thorax, and abdomen. But this guy now that is now cephalothorax and abdomen, it means the head and the thorax are fused together, right? That's why under cephalothorax, the first thing I'd like you to notice this very quickly. If you are dwelling, nothing concerns us with abdomen, we are dwelling on just the cephalothorax alone. What and what should we know about that? Take note that the head and the thorax, they fuse together to form one single structure. And that one single structure is called cephalothorax. I know somebody will now ask, if head and thorax fuse together, why don't we call it head-thorax? Why are we calling it cephalothorax? The head is also called the cephalon. So the fusion of the cephalon, right, and thorax. If cephalon and thorax fuses together, what are they going to form? They will form a single structure that is called the what? The cephalothorax. So I like you to note this, that since cephalothorax is both combination of the cephalon and the thorax, we are going to dwell on them one after the other. We'll look at the head or the cephalon first before we go and look at the what? The thorax. So pay attention, you will jam these questions in the exam. Look at this very quickly. If you are looking at the head section, separate from the thoracic section, you know the head section and the thoracic section, they fuse together to form the cephalothorax because the head section is also called the cephalon. Let's dwell on the head alone. Inside the head, there are 5 things that make up the head. How many things? 5. Number 1, let's go. It's called the what? Carapace. Pronounce it with me. Carapace. That's number 1. Number 2 is called the rostrum. So we have the carapace, we have the rostrum. Number 3 is called the compound eye. The compound eyes form the ommatidia. Don't worry, just good. Just learn only compound eye first. Carapace, rostrum, compound eyes. Number 4 is called the antennules. Antennules. Pronounce it with me. Pronounce the open mouth. I know I did my mind. Open your mouth. Where is it? Antennules. And then number 5 is called the what? Antenna. Antennules, antenna. The carapace, the rostrum, the compound eyes, the antennules, and the antenna. Listen, the antennules and the antenna. Antennules first is 1 pair. Antenna is 1 pair. So antennules and antenna, if they combine together, we call that antennae. Antennae. As we move, you see the jam question very quickly, where they will ask, how many pairs of your antennae are in crustaceans? Antennae. Antennae is combination of 1 pair of antennules, 1 pair of antenna. So how many pairs of antennae do we have? There are 2 pairs of what? Antennae. 1 from antennules, 1 from what? Antenna. So give me the 5 things that you see in the cephalon or the head. Number 1 is called the carapace. Number 2 is called the rostrum. Number 3 is called the compound eyes. Then we have the antennules and the antennae. Combine antennae and antennules. Antenna and antennules. What will I have? Antennae is the answer. Does it make sense? You get that very quickly with me. Look at this diagram. Let's analyze. If we are to analyze the diagram, that means we are going to dwell on just these 5 things we have mentioned. We are not looking at the thorax. No, we are only dwelling on the head or the cephalon first. Number 1, you can spot out your antenna, right? That's antenna. Number 2, you can spot out your antennule, right? Antennule. Antenna and antennule. Together they will form the word antennae, right? Simple. Number 3, you can spot your what? Your rostrum. Rostrum is jaga, more like saw-like. That saw-like structure that is at the anterior side. That structure is called the what? The rostrum. Aside the rostrum, this guy here that I'm picking out, what is it called? It is called the what? The compound eye. Are you seeing it now? So that's the compound eye that you have there. And then this guy, this upside here, what is it called? It is called the carapace. Carapace. So if compound eye is number 4, this carapace will be what? Number 5. So these are the 5 structures that are inside the head region. You know that the head is anterior and the cephalothorax is anterior. And then what is posterior is what? Abdomen. So give me the 5 things in the cephalon or head alone. Antenna, antennule, carapace, rostrum, compound eyes. These are the 5 of them. I want you to know these things in depth. If you don't know them, when you see Jamb diagram and you throw it away, you hear wine from my hand. Shake the feeling. Yeah, let's go. Now that you have created your account, right? For you to start learning, what do you do? Okay, you can see that your use of English is there, mathematics is there, biology is there, physics is there, chemistry is there. Your classes are organized, they are all there for you, right? What do you do? Okay, I want to start learning biology. So click on the biology, immediately you click on it, living organisms, that's chapter 1, right? Oh yes, that's strictly to your Jamb syllabus. And what happened? Let's say, for example, you want to watch your class on cell and probably cell structure, right? What happens is that you click on it. Immediately you click on it, you see all the classes will display history of cell, types of cells, cell organelles, and all of that. Okay, sir, I want to watch history of cells. You click on the history of cells immediately. Hello, friends. Your class will start playing for you. It's easy and it will start playing for you easy and direct. And what happened? You can even choose to make it full screen. Right? Make it full screen. What happens? You are started learning and you are enjoying your classes. In fact, you may choose to say, okay, I want to download my classes. In fact, you can fast forward, you can take it backwards, you can pause, you can rewind, anyone you want to do. You can even say, oh, sir, I want to download my classes, right? Probably you use Nightsub just to click on download buttons. When you click on download button, you see the download. Before you know what will happen, the download will start what? Loading. As it starts loading, you can see it is moving. And then it's enter your phone. Are you getting it now? You can now go and start watching your downloaded classes. You can download as many classes as possible as you want to download. Now, you can even choose to say, okay, sir, that's the notes underneath it. It's the same thing for everything. I want to download my notes. All you have to do is click on the download for your notes. Before you know what is happening, it has entered your phone. You may choose to come to the notes, right? Under the characteristics of living things, let me open the notes and read the notes and go through the past questions. So you see, well organized and structured notes, direct to the points, focusing on your syllabus for you. There are past questions for you in abundance. You see, you have your past questions here. You can choose to say, okay, I want to zoom it in, right? And then the same thing for all subjects. And you are following. The answers are there. Number 1 answer is B. Why is the answer B? It is explained for you in details. Every singular thing. And then you are following your classes. You are done with that. You come to the next. You see your notes. Everything structured and organized to the core. In fact, at the end of the day, there is a blow kiss for you. You have done well. Get out. You too much. Everything is structured and organized for you in the app. Right? And you can now choose to say, okay, sir, what about chemistry classes or physics classes? You can do same. Use of English, all of them, they are there. When you click on your chemistry classes, what happens? Separation of mixtures and behavior. All of them are in line with your Jamb syllabus. Chemical combination, right? It just goes straight. You see, chapter 1 alone has 39 videos. 39, you sit yourself down, and you start learning. And you are following all of them one after the order. Does it make sense? Are you with me? When you want to access your download classes, all you have to do is just scroll down, right, on your home interface, go to your access your download classes. Start now. You start, you see them, right? In fact, you may even choose to go and practice CBT, right, or past question. Let's say, for example, I go to my CBT, the one that has to do with my my biology. Then I want to take all the questions on that cell, probably your WAEC cell or the Jamb question on it, right? Just to click on it. So you see, all the questions are there. There are 40 questions there for you already. All of them on that cell. What happened? Which of the following cell inclusion can destroy other cell organelles? Probably you now say, oh, Sam, answer is lysosome. You choose it, you go to next like that. At the end of the day, you see your answer, see your corrections. All of these things are in the LearnLift app directly for you. Are you with me? So as far as your Jamb 2025 is concerned, my dear, you don't have an excuse whatsoever to have anything less than 300. Are you with me? All your classes are available for you. All you have to do, start learning now.
Download the LearnLift app now.
Now, very importantly, look at this diagram that we have. Look at it very quickly. Let's analyze it together. Point out the 5 things that we just mentioned. Number 1, we have the carapace. I'm sure you are seeing where carapace is. So that if I ask you anywhere, any day, anytime, you know where carapace is. You see it in any exam, you know it. That's carapace, number 1. Another is your rostrum. That jaga saw-like structure, that's the rostrum. Aside the rostrum, we have what is called the ommatidia. What is ommatidia? Clap for yourself. That's compound eye. What is it called? Compound eyes. So the units of the compound eyes in your Crustacea, they are called the ommatidia. Ommatidia is different from ommatidium. Ommatidium. They are the same, but they are kind of like different because of singular and plural. Ommatidium is singular. Ommatidia is plural. So compound eyes are called what? Ommatidia. Are you feeling it now? It's different from ocelli. When you just hear ocelli, what is ocelli? Simple eye. It's called ocelli. Ocelli is plural. The singular is what? Ocellus. But leave ocelli aside first. So we have mentioned how many things now? 3. We have mentioned the carapace, the rostrum, the ommatidia. Then number 4 is the what? Antennules. Antennules. So aside the antennules, what's number 5? Number 5 is the what? Antenna. Antenna. You know, antenna plus antennules, the two of them will now come and form what is called the what? Antennae. Are you seeing it now? That's the two combined will form the antennae. Does it make sense? These are the 5 of them. Can we look at them one by one? Are you with me? Yeah, let's go together. Let's start with the first, carapace. What is it about the carapace? What should I know about the carapace? First, I'd like you to note this, that the carapace is what covered the crustacean dorsally. So it is covered dorsally and laterally. Crustaceans are covered dorsally and laterally by a very hard, thick, sheet-like exoskeleton called the what? Carapace. So your carapace is dorsal. That means at the back of the crustacean. That's why you see the what? The carapace. It is dorsally positioned, and then it will extend laterally, as a dorsally and laterally, right? And it is hard, it is thick, and it is what? Shield-like. In other words, if something is shield-like exoskeleton, that means what will you offer? It will provide protection for the internal organs of your what? Your crustaceans. Simple. Look at this powerful question. Jamb 1999 question 14. Jamb brought this question all the way. What is the function of carapace in crustaceans? What is their function? Option A say they aid in swimming. No, carapace is not for swimming. Option B say carapace, so they cover the gills. That's not what cover the gills. It is not carapace. Option C say they provide protection. Carapace will give you protection because they are hard. They are dorsally positioned. They are thick, right? They cover from dorsal to what? Lateral protection. Now, option D says they assist in feeding. They have nothing to do with feeding, swimming, or gills, or whatever. What is the answer? They provide protection. Option C is the correct answer. Protection of what? The internal and vital organs of the crustaceans. They are protected by the carapace. Another thing, importantly, you must know, number 2 is called the rostrum. Rostrum. If you watch the rostrum, they are kind of like saw-like, right? Oh yes, they are kind of like this jaga-jaga-like. So what can we say about the rostrum very quickly? the anterior part of the carapace. Now, this guy here is the carapace, right? Anterior to the carapace, what do we have there? Rostrum. And it forms a saw-like and pointed structure. So that saw-like and pointed structure that is anterior to the carapace, what is it called? It is called the rostrum. That's number 2. Then number 3 is called the compound eyes. What do you call compound eyes? Ommatidia. Is ommatidia singular or plural? Plural. The singular form of ommatidia, what is it called? It is called ommatidium. Ommatidium. So the units of the compound eyes that you have in your crustaceans, what is it called? It is called the ommatidia. What is it about the ommatidia that I should know? Don't forget is that on each side of the rostrum, on each side of this saw-like structure that are the rostrum, is a stopped compound eye, and that compound eye is called your what? Ommatidia. The question is this: your crustaceans, do they have simple eye? No. Crustaceans lack simple eyes. Crustaceans only have what? Compound eyes. And that compound eye is called your what? Your ommatidia. Simple. If you get that very quickly, another important thing you must note very quickly is the antennules and the antenna. I gave you the cardinal difference between your antennules and your what? Antenna. What is their difference? Crustaceans have 2 pairs of what? Antennae. Antennae. What are the 2 pairs of antennae? Number 1 is your 1 pair of antenna. And you can see from this diagram, your antenna is kind of like very long, right? It is long and it is projecting backwards. Your antenna is not segmented. It's just one structure that is going backwards. It is different from your antennules. Your antennules, they are just 1 pair as well, and they are short and they are anterior. Antenna is long, is moving backwards. It is non-segmented or not segmented. Your antennules, they are short, they are segmented, they are moving forward or anterior. That's their cardinal difference. Let's dwell on them one after the other. First, look at 1989 question 10, Jamb powerful question. And the question all the way says, which of the following is a common characteristic of crustaceans? Which one is a common character in them? Option A is possession of a pair of antennae. Show you the wine, you are wrong. Option B said possession of 2 pairs of antennae. Yes, they have 2 pairs of antennae. The antenna and the antennules, 1 pair each. Option C says each segment has a pair of walking legs. We're not dwelling about legs here. Option D says 4 pairs of walking leg on the cephalothorax. What is the answer, Baba? The correct answer is what? Option B is the correct answer. Possession of 2 pairs of what? Antennae is the answer. 1 pair of antenna, 1 pair of what? Antennules. Let's dwell on them one after the other. Let's go. First, what is it about the antennules that I should know? The one that is antennules. Don't forget this. The antennules are short. 1. Antennules are branched. So they are branched. It's not listing. When we say branch, it is not one structure like this. No, it is like kind of like segmented. Are you getting it? That's the branching we're talking about there. Antennules are short, antennules are branched, antennules are anteriorly positioned. What are they used for? They are used for smelling. They are used for hearing, right? To pick sounds. They are used for balancing and touch sensitivity. In other words, they also carry out tactile function, touch sensitivity, for smelling, for hearing, for balancing, touch sensitivity. All of these are the functions of the antennules. Does it make sense? If you understand that very quickly with me, the next now is your antenna. Antenna and antennules will form the antennae. What is it about the antenna that you should know? If you watch, antenna is long. It is going out posterior. Don't forget this, that it is very long. Aside the fact that it's very long, it is unbranched. Which one is branched? Antennules. Branched. Short. Antennules is branched. Antennules, they are short. Antennules, they are pointing anteriorly. Antenna, they are long. Antenna, they are unbranched. Antenna, they are pointing out posteriorly, and they are sensitive to what? Touch. And because they are sensitive to touch, they carry out tactile function. So what is common to both antenna and antennules is their tactile function or their sensitivity to touch. If you forget anything, Now me they tell you, you go hear one from my hand. Say the feel now. Yeah, let's go. I like you to know these things in depth. Are you with me? They are very, very important. If you get this very quickly with me, guess what? In the next class, I'll see you there where we're going to be looking at their thoracic session. We have finished everything about just the cephalon alone. Under the cephalothorax, we have only looked at the cephalon, which is the head. The next class, we're going to start with the thoracic session and then look at the abdomen and every other things. I'll see you in that class shortly. Bye-bye. Hope you've enjoyed this class. Guess what? To follow up for more classes, just download the LearnLift app, whether on Play Store or App Store, and then follow up your classes. You must do extremely well. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.